Alright everybody, how are we doing? Roxas is here and he's gonna teach you a little something today, man. SNK Heroines tag frenzy is out. We're gonna go over some basics for anybody still who's playing it, getting into it, doesn't know what's going on. So the game is pretty simple, like super simple. Like if you thought like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Fighters or something with like a simple game, or even like, you know, something like you know, Soul Calibur, New Soul Calibur being a little more simplified, or Street Fighter or whatever. I mean, this game is super simple. So let's go over some basic stuff real quick. Movement, we got walk forward, walk back, back dash. Forward, you don't have a forward dash, you have a run. Pretty sure I don't know if all the characters have a run because I haven't played with all of them, but there are run, so you don't have like a standard forward dash, but back dash is back dash. You've got jump. There is no crouch. Down does nothing. Let's see if I can turn on input display. Yep. And you can see it over there in the corner. Down is nothing. Down does nothing. So there's no crouch, so that means you don't have to worry about crouch low. There's also no sweep. So there's no sweep, no crouching low, none of that. So what else? You've got jump. You do have air dash. You've got, you know, jump and then forward. You cannot instant air dash, so like up forward. Up forward does nothing. Or I guess you can do it, but I mean you still get like a kind of far dash. There's no like right off the ground type of dashing. So like, that's like the lowest I can see you doing this dash, just like that. Which is still, it's still pretty high, honestly. It's not like a super low dash like you would think. And like, there's no short hops from like KOF. That's where we're getting at. There's no hops. There's no short hops. Nothing like that. So your air dash is it. I guess that's like the closest instant air dash you can get for cross ups and stuff like that. That's about all you can do. So buttons. What do you got for buttons? You got light. You've got heavy, and really that's all your normals. You got light and then heavy. You also got throw. Throw is one button. One button is throw. You've also got special, and then pressing different directions with special do different special moves. And then new for a lot of people playing these types of games, block. Now, unlike in like a Blaze Blue or something where you have like a barrier gauge where this is like a separate block, holding back does nothing but walk you back. There is no back to block in this game. This guard here, this is your block. This is all you have. Now you can hold this for as long as you like. If the enemy hits it a bunch, it'll start to turn red, and of course, if they keep hitting it, you'll get guard broken. So pretty standard stuff. There is stun in this game. There's no like actual stun meter, but if you hit the opponent enough, you can stun them. So really, that's about it for like normal moves and like movement and stuff. Air dash. Oh, you can also if you hold block or your guard, you can do your rolls. You can also guard cancel into roll too. So that's cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you do it in the air, you can actually do this little like air dodge thing. I don't know how much invincibility is on this air dodge. I haven't tested it out a whole lot, but you know it's there. Let's see. Oh yeah, air throw. You can also do air throw. I think every character has air throw. Let me see. I mean, like everybody's air throw. Also, there's tag. Tag is one button. Tag in, tag out. Do all that stuff. So yeah, I mean for buttons it's pretty straightforward. You've got light, you've got heavy, you've got throw, you've got special, guard, tag. Oh yeah, and then you got super. Super is one button too. Each character has two supers. You've got regular like R1 super, and then if you press down in R1, you've got a separate super. As you can see, if you're familiar with KOF, they're both the level 1s. Movie Movie, same thing. There are no Neo Maxes. So there's no like, big level 3, finisher move. That being said, since they're KOF level 1s, they don't have any startup invincibility to them. So if you see a dude point blank and he's pressing super, you can definitely jab him out of it. Now, that being said, there is some invincibility with tag. Like when you can't see the character and the big rainbow thing comes up, I'm pretty sure that's fully invincible, because I have definitely tagged out of panic and dodged someone super with that. So there's some type of invincibility with tag. Just don't rely on it too much so you can't be punished after tag. Raw tagging, just be careful with it. But there is some invincibility off of tag, or some silliness going on with tag. Now, since we have her in the corner right here, wrong button for super. Blocking, your block roll does not cross up in the corner. You cannot cross her up in the corner with roll. So, if you want to cross up, they gotta be out the corner. That being said, let's get into actual combos and stuff like that. So we've got, like I said, two buttons. We got heavy and then jab. Heavy is pretty much your poke tool. It's like your long reaching attack. I mean, Mui Mui's is a little different because stand jab that's the god button. I mean, her heavy is most likely an anti-air. But these buttons knock down. They don't really combo into a whole lot. Athena can do that into another one, but I mean that's really about it. Mui Mui, I don't think she can do anything off of hers. Into another one, yeah, that's about it. Like I said, they're really kind of situational. They don't really do a whole lot by themselves. But what you can do is put them into your combo. So for combos in this game, you've got auto combo, jab, jab, jab. Everybody's got jab, jab, jab. Unlike in a Dragon Ball FighterZ or anything, that as you see, they don't lead into a super or anything. It's just three hits. But you can press specials afterwards. Psycho Ball. I don't want her in the corner. Cycle Sword. All this stuff. So, just mix in 3 jabs, special move, all that crazy stuff you can do. Now another thing you can do is hit the heavy attack after two lights. So you can do light, and heavy, and you hit the opponent and do a wall bounce. Now, if you're in the corner and you do it, this will cause them to bounce to the other side of you. So you want to be careful with that. Oops, that's the wrong button. I keep forgetting hitting the wrong button. It's not block. I wanted to roll. So yeah, you hit them like that, and then they hit the corner. But if you want, you can get slick with it and roll in front of them for a cross up or something like that if they're not ready for it. So it has its uses that you can do. Just be careful when doing corner combos with the wall bounce, and make sure they don't hit the wall and jump over you when you don't want them to. Now also during the dash, you can hit the heavy attack and just do the raw wall bounce. So if you ever just want to do the raw bounce, you can do it without having to do the combo. Let's see, what else is there besides that? Oh, I guess we can get into the main thing with this game. So as you can see at the top, if you look on the player 2 side, see that green bar, that's the health bar. Now that sparkly rainbow bar is basically our super meter. And this game, the more damage you take, as you can see on my side, I have a red bar. That's my health bar, and you can see the sparkly bar is our meter. The more damage you take, the lower your life bar goes, but the bigger your super meter gets. So there's this weird kind of risk of reward or comeback mechanic, whatever you want to call it, where it's you're really low on health, but you've got enough meter to do some really silly stuff. Like that. That was okay damage, but I mean that took almost all our meter. And like I said, we had like all this meter to work with. So for a combo like that, you can't do that when you have, you know, just starting out, because you won't have enough meter. So you got to take some damage to kind of get these really big, you know, extravagant combos going. But that being said, let's get into some other things with the super meter that you can do. So in order to win for this game, hitting your opponent and taking their health bar to 0 actually doesn't kill them. In order to actually get the win in the fight, you have to have the bar in red. So like my bar is right now in the red, and it'll say like finish chance or something like that. And then once their bar or health bar is in the red, then you have to hit them with a super. That's the only way you can win. Or you know, by timeout, it like dictates by like, I'm pretty sure by health or something. But yeah, if you just want a straight up clean finish, you have to get their health bar to low and then hit them with super. Now, if you do take their health bar all the way down to 0, they enter an automatic stun state. So they're automatically stunned, and you're free to, if you have super meter, hit them with a super. Now, the most frustrating part about this game is that, you know, you beat the opponent, hit them down, they're in stun, but you don't have meter to do super, so you can't kill them. That's very, very frustrating. So you always want to make sure of how much meter you have. Now, your main character, I'll go ahead and let's do that. Do it again, and we'll tag out. I guess it's because it's showing its training mode, just instant fills the meter. But your partner character, the character not your active, gains meter a lot faster than your active party member. So you want to be switching it up so your other members can gain meter. Now your backup members can't, you know, they share the same super meter as you, so it's not like one character will have a vastly higher super meter. So your health bar is shared. So you know you're not going to have one character with, you know, more health than another character. Also, if one of your characters dies, that's the game. There's no, you know, bring in the next character to fight. You know, once one of them's down, that's it. Let's see. For using meter, special moves use meter, super moves use meters. We've seen. Also, some other things that use meter. Guard canceling. So, like, if I were to guard cancel with the CPU, let's see. I'm sure I can put the CPU to something. Just have a CPU attack. Yeah, just do something, Athena. So you saw there, I can like guard cancel and it takes meter. Alright, so what else takes meter? If you throw the opponent, if you connect the throw, it takes away some of their meter. Command throws, like Mui's command throw, just does damage. It does not do like a throw, take away meter type of thing, but this one does. But your throw range is pretty lenient. So I mean, you can get pretty close. Like, I'm still right there and do a throw. Alright, so that's like my max range. I can't throw. What about Athena? Can she throw from right there? No, Athena's range is like pretty. I guess it's about the same. So yeah, landing a throw will take away meter. So if you're in the red, and say your opponent, you know, trying to get you with a super, you can try and throw them, and maybe they don't have meter for a super or anything like that. What else? Oh, tagging offensively. So like canceling your combo in the tag, like that. As you can see, or saw for a brief second there, Mui, it takes away meter from the character coming in, not the character that actually initiated the tag, which is interesting. That's an interesting choice there. So, and Athena will come in with a little less meter. So if you want to use offensive tag, you've got to spend a little meter. Let's see, what else do we really want to touch on? Let's see. As far as combos go, you need to be mindful of, you know, it's a per character basis. So something like this in a Psycho Sword, you can cancel the tag or the start up a Psycho Sword into tag, but Psycho Sword leaves them airborne, so they're gonna come in and opponent's gonna be off the air, and there's not really gonna be a whole lot they can do. Oh, she's still on the ground for that one. That's cool. Let me see. Okay, well that one's not really a good example then. I'm pretty sure barrier does it though. Yeah, barrier knocks them out. Let's see. Yeah, that one does it. It knocks them up in the air. They're like airborne frame 1. So for that, we can still get a combo off of that with Mui Mui or Rekka's, but you can't get a jab string off afterwards. So, you know, like I said, it's a per character basis. You're gonna have to, you know, learn your character, hit up training mode, and see what combo you want to do and where. For the basics of just like starting in, if you just, you know, the everybody combo that you want to do, you do jab, jab, jab into probably your fireball, tag, and then do another jab, jab into wall bounce, into super. So it'll look something like this. I didn't do the wall bounce, that's alright. Do this. Doesn't want to give me the tag. I hit the wrong one. Alright, there we go. Now the reason you want to combo into the wall bounce and then into the super is because for whatever reason, combo structure in this game, you can't do, like if I do the same combo again, but instead of doing the wall bounce, I do Rekka and then want to do super, I think it'll come out because I have a lot of meter, but it also saves you meter because having to use the offensive tag into Rekka into super costs a ton of meter. You'll see. So yeah, I can do that, but I mean that costs a ton of meter. And this is me at like this is the most meter you can have. This is the lowest point that my health bar will go. But there's certain situations where like you just won't be able to do super because you just have low on meter. Like you don't want to really be in this position where your health bar is red, because again, that's how you lose. But if you are in this position, you can do, you know, some pretty crazy stuff with a bunch of meter and a bunch of tags and stuff. So other than that, you can do, like I said, for the everyman combo, I'm pretty sure just about everybody can do tag into one of their moves, one of their special moves, tag into wall bounce, into super. I guess it depends on how far away your super goes, but someone like Mui Mui or even Athena, you can do it and it works fine. I missed it. Athena with them short hands. So yeah, I mean that's your basic combo. But like I said, you can get kind of creative in the game with whatever attacks you want to do. Now, if you're ever in a situation and let's say you don't have meter, like you've used up your meter on a super or something, you're out of meter. You can still do special moves, but they will be heavily nerfed. Like I don't know if I can put it. Let's see. That's the wrong. Let's see if I can do meter. Let's see. Alright, so let's do this, and then do this. So you can see this is my Psycho Ball now with no meter. It goes pretty much point blank. Psycho Sword goes like half the distance. Barrier doesn't really do a whole lot. Phoenix Arrow's only, I think, one hit. Yeah, it does. It hits them. It doesn't even do damage. Like this is my attacks with no meter. So yeah, this is you don't want to be without meter in this game. As you can see, it was a bad spot to be in. Let's put the meter back up to infinite. So yeah, you can still do the special move. It is just it does nothing. It literally does nothing. So yeah, just be mindful of meter. Meter is your basically meter is more important than your life bar. Because like I said, you can't die unless you get hit by a super. So if your defense is good, you can sit here on like no health and just block it out, roll, do mix-ups, and as long you just gotta hit the guy once, hit him with a super, as long as they're in the red house, and then kill him. So yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting game. Now, the one thing that I haven't touched on that's also in this game are items. And I don't know if there's items set up in training mode. I would think there would be. Let's see. Items. I don't know if I can put items on. But if you can hear my buttons, that's because I'm on an arcade stick, and this game is not stick friendly, solely because of items. If items weren't in the game, this game will be fine. But because items are in the game, and because they are mapped to the right stick, that's right, the right stick, I have no access to items because I'm on arcade stick. I mean, I'd have to like flip my stick over, like switch the knob to change it from my actual stick controlling the D-pad to controlling the right stick, and then use items. So you just probably won't see me use an item in a match or anything. But they're there. Like I said, if I had them on the map, you could see them, but they show up as like little orbs in the kind of the background, and all you do is attack them, and then they go to your character behind you, and you'll see it kind of like under like that health bar where that little diamond is that's flashing. That's your item slot. You can only carry one item at a time. And there are some different items. Really, they're kind of broken up into two categories. There's offensive and then defensive items. So offensive items, as you would expect, they do things. They're kind of like stage hazards. Like one of them is literally like a spring from Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, it comes on the ground, somebody steps on it, they get launched into the air. I'm pretty sure you can just get a combo off of it if you have a move that does so. Then there's also defensive items. Defensive items, they heal you. Maybe they give you more meter or something like that. But be mindful that when you heal your HP, your meter goes down. So because your health bar is relative to your meter. So if you were to heal your HP, you've traded your life for meter. So if you want more meter, don't worry about healing. If you're afraid of getting hit and dying, then heal up. Now, the way you use these items is it's up and down on the right stick for support items, and it's left and right on the right stick for offensive items. Now, up and down for the defensive item, I'm not sure exactly what the difference there is, but for the offensive items for the left and right, basically in a lot of situations dictates where the your partner character places the items. So, for instance, if you hit, left, you can have an item set to the left of your character, or in certain situations, the item will take up the whole screen. Like there's a item that's like a bowling ball, or not like a bowling ball, like a big wrecking ball that comes through, and you can have it come from either the left side or the right side, and kind of do like some silly mix-ups with that. We'll have the ball on this side, and then you dash through over here, and then they get hit, and you can combo and all that type of stuff. Some of the items are pretty silly. I mean, just playing a fighting game and having a random item come down where this guy can get health back, is pretty silly by itself. But there's one that kind of like pixelates the whole screen, and that is for them too. So it's not like, oh, you're just pixelated and then they can't, or they can see normally. Like, no, they're pixelated too. They can't see. So there's things like that you have to be careful of. There's a one that stuns. Like smashes the ground, and if you're standing, because there's no crouch, you either have to jump or just be knocked down on the ground. But if you do get hit by it, it's like an instant stun. But it also affects the other guy too, so you can also get stunned by your own item. So it's kind of silly stuff like that. I mean, honestly, I just kind of prefer the game, just regular without the items or whatever. But I mean, they're fun and silly. Honestly, it would be okay if I could map item to a button, but I can't, because we can go into button config. No, it's input display. Where is button config? And there's nothing here for item. So here's all the attacks. You got weak attack, strong attack, special attack, throw, guard, finish, which is your special tag and record and play. There's no button for item. So item is permanently on your left stick, and if you're playing this on arcade stick, you basically you don't have an item. But let's see. Other than that, I think that's really about it, man. Game's fun. It's got some jank to it. You know, it's got some jank to it. You know, like you see a guy, you're about to kill him with an item, and then he heals up or something, or you know, you get stunned because of an item or stuff like that. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. You know, there's definitely some room to explore. It's definitely some room to explore. I hate that way I can't like instantly like cross up. Like there's that certain distance where I have to like even that. Like she has to go that certain amount of distance. Like even if I immediately press the button. I mean that. No, because that still misses. Yeah, it still whiffs. Alright, so yeah, I mean that's really about it, man. You've got weak attack, strong attack, special moves, throw. Yeah, man. I mean it's fun. It's fun. You know, is it gonna be? You know, is it gonna beat? You know, King of Fighters 14? No. I mean it's its own thing. It's a silly little game. You know, just don't. You know, if you're think about getting the game, don't think about getting in. It's gonna be super competitive and all this stuff, and you know, just take your time with it, man. You know, have some fun. You know, hit up training mode. You know, some cool combos and stuff you can do. But it's not the end all be all, man. You can still go back to your. You know, this isn't replacing your King of Fighters or anything. It's its own little thing, and you know, just have fun with it, man. Just have fun with it. So with that, I think I have covered just about everything here. Did our attacks, did our meter, and all that stuff. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else that is worth talking about here. If there is, I apologize. But yeah, with that, oh, you can cross up with that. Oh, you can. That's silly. Huh. All right. With that, I will leave you gentlemen, nice men and women out there, to hit up training mode if you're thinking about getting the game. If you like what you saw, you know, pick it up. If you didn't like what you saw, hey, I saved you a couple bucks. You know, I don't care. I'm just here showing it off, man. So, with that, I'll bid everybody adieu. Have a good day. You know, leave a comment if you liked it. If I missed something, if you want to know something, I didn't show it off, you know, let me know, man. I'll see what I can do. But with that, I'm out of here. God bless. I'll see you boys and girls next time for some more Super Heroine Chronicles.